The last 2 weeks have been particularly rough for Trump. Stormy Daniels and Michael Cohen have been publicly exposing his secrets, causing significant repercussions. Even his most ardent MAGA supporters are beginning to abandon him. Trump's recent campaign rally in Wildwood, New Jersey ended up being a major disappointment.
It all happened in the New Jersey town of Wildwood, which, if you've never been there before, imagine if a bootleg Rick and Morty t-shirt was somehow a place.
As expected, Trump's speech was filled with fiction rather than facts. During his grueling 90-minute tirade, which was as tough to endure as chewing on a rock, he attacked Biden on issues ranging from inflation to the cost of bacon. This drew louder boos than a failed stand-up comedian. Consequently, even his staunchest followers couldn't bear his rhetoric and began to leave. However, the Republican propagandists continued to inflate the numbers, claiming a record-breaking attendance of 100,000 enthusiastic listeners. But videos from the rally painted a different picture, showing only a small group of die-hard MAGA devotees. Attendance estimates ranged wildly from 10,000 to over 80,000, but the reality was far less impressive. This event marked Trump's grand return to the Wildwood stage since his 2020 re-election campaign, prompting some fans to dust off their Make America Great Again hats and wave them with renewed enthusiasm. True to form, Trump delivered his usual rant. He rambled about everything from President Joe Biden's border policies to campus protests and the economy, mixing in a few jabs about his legal troubles and judges. Because what's a Trump speech without a dash of self-pity and blame-shifting? The highlight of the speech was Trump's bizarre focus on America's biggest problem.
Silence of the Lamb. Has anyone ever seen it?
Oh, I love Silence of the Lamb.
Trump inexplicably addressed a 33-year-old movie as the #1 issue for voters. When he began comparing himself to Hannibal Lecter and reciting lines from the film, even his MAGA supporters couldn't stomach it.
The late, great Hannibal Lecter is a wonderful man. He oftentimes would have a friend for dinner.
Late, great. In none of the stories does Hannibal Lecter die, and Sir Anthony Hopkins is very much still alive. Does Trump just think a character dies when he turns off the TV? Well, another great episode of Wheel. Rest in peace, the late, great Pat Sajak.
Please tell me this is not your VP announcement.
Returning to the campaign trail over the weekend, Trump praised one of the most notorious fictional characters of all time. Initially, the crowd stretched back to the rear fences of Trump's beach rally. But about 45 minutes into his performance, people started disappearing faster than his tax returns.
Right up there with Star Wars, Dance with Wolf, and Jaw. Oh, I love Silence of the Lamb. It's one of my favorite movies.
Trump couldn't resist boasting about how his crowd outdid Bruce Springsteen's, but he spoke too soon. Within seconds, rows of chairs in front of the main stage were emptier than promises at a political rally. Even Trump couldn't miss the exodus. It was as obvious as his spray tan. Instead of acknowledging it, he pretended not to notice, claiming, "I haven't noticed anybody leaving. When they start leaving, it's time for me to hang it up." It was like watching a magician deny that the rabbit disappeared from the hat. Trump's claim that his fans never leave was as bold as his choice of spray tan shade. We literally watched them exit stage left right before our eyes. During his speech, Trump's selective vision kicked in as he declared, "I haven't noticed anybody leaving." Talk about projecting. People were bailing faster than rats from a sinking ship. Even those in the front rows were eyeing the exits like they were VIP lounges. You might be wondering just how bad it got at that rally for folks who camped out all day just to be there. A Trump rally is like stepping into a parallel universe where up is down, left is right, and reality takes a back seat. Even Seth Meyers didn't hold back, offering his critique of Trump's disastrous rally.
Away from the confines of the courtroom, Trump rallies, beachside at the Jersey Shore. Watch your French fries, Donald Trump. Those seagulls are mighty hungry. Away from the confines of a courtroom, Trump rallies beachside at the Jersey Shore. Why does every New York Times headline about Trump sound like an old-timey newsreel?
It's really disheartening to see Donald McDonald because, let's face it, he's serving up a whole lot of clownery, stooping so low as to badmouth his own family. His daughter, his wife, you name it. The man has as much grace as a bull in a china shop. And Seth Meyers? He's like the ultimate verbal wrecking ball, always ready to call out Trump's nonsense. Trump is so badly exposed in the hush money trial that he couldn't even deliver a speech compelling enough to keep his MAGA supporters glued to their seats until the bitter end. It's like he traded his gift of gab for a bag of marbles. While he babbled on, folks scrambled to make sense of his speech by creating complete transcripts. But even with his words plastered on the screen, it was like decoding hieroglyphs from an alien civilization. In those rare moments when Trump managed to form coherent sentences, he treated us to a predictable yet chaotic barrage of curses and campaign rhetoric. Enduring his 90-minute spiel was tougher than chewing on a rock. He went off on Biden for everything from inflation to the price of bacon, which drew louder boos than a bad stand-up comedian. But hey, if anyone can decipher what he meant in those rambling segments, we've got a prize waiting for you. I still can't believe that Trump actually compared himself to Hannibal Lecter during his speech, and his MAGA supporters couldn't bolt fast enough.
Now, the late, great Hannibal Lecter, he came up to me once, big cannibal, strong cannibal. I know we take chunks of his speeches and put them in a closer look, but is he taking chunks of closer looks and just putting them in his speeches now?
Imagine this. You're at a political rally rooting for your candidate, and suddenly he's likening himself to a real crime lord and a fictional cannibal serial killer. Seriously, who talks like that? But wait, it gets better. In the same breath, he's spouting out embarrassing lies about the economy, claiming it was all sunshine and rainbows when he was president, but now it's going downhill under Biden.
Joe, you're in South. They come up and you ever see the guy? No, it's South Carolina. It's not Ohio. Okay. Then he goes, all right, Iowa? Did you say Iowa? No.
And while he's busy painting this rosy picture, his own supporters are fleeing the scene faster than you can say fake news. Imagine waiting all day, traveling from who knows where, just to hear this guy compare himself to a cannibal and lie through his teeth about the economy.
If the story of her night with Trump had been made up, I would have written it to be a lot better. And for more on why it's so wrong to be a sleazy, money-grubbing merch seller, please buy my God Bless America, Donald Trump, a Bible. There you go.
Just how bad must it have been for people to leave like that? It's crucial to raise awareness and expose Trump's actions to prevent further support for him. Recent events like his speech at the campaign rally highlight the urgent need for voters to critically assess their options.
These people are bad people. Oh, Sleepy Joe. Mom, I don't know, Mom. This is a heavy sucker. Listen, where am I? Oh, where the hell am I? Where am I? Oh, I'm not supposed to be doing this. It's a disgrace. You got a choice between Sleepy Joe and Crazy Bernie.
Encouraging MAGA supporters to think critically about Trump's actions and statements is vital. It's encouraging to see some attendees leaving the rally, showing they're starting to think independently rather than blindly following Trump.
You know what? Our Constitution is much more important than jail. It's not even close. I'll do that sacrifice any day.
Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to subscribe and check out our previous episodes. Thanks for watching and see you next time.